All right, guys, today's video is going to be about what sold for me this past week. I'm going to show you the sales that I had on eBay, Poshmark, Depop, and Mercari. Let you know what's selling now. Hopefully it can help you in your reselling business. Let's get into it. Okay, we're going to go into the sales here on Depop first. It does look like I'm down a little bit in percent, which is not a big deal. Last week was weirdly good for me on Depop. So I had 8 sales in the last 7 days. It looks like I made $406, which is actually amazing for me for Depop because I don't know what's going on. I have been boosting all my listings again, so I do think that that helps. So let's get right into these sales that we had here on Depop. The first thing I sold was these pair of boots. So these were boosted, as you can see. That means they're going to take a little bit of a fee out of there. So these are a pair of Justin boots. They're a size men's 10. I did sell them for $45, so they kind of looked a little pink right there, but I don't think they were. They were in pretty good condition, kind of used, but sometimes with cowboy boots, people don't care if they're a little bit worn. Maybe they actually like them to be worn in a little bit. So you can see here with this boosted up here, I can hear Ellie going nuts. I don't know if you guys can hear that in the background. 123% more views, 20% more clicks. So I'll take that. Just made a sale on eBay. Okay, that's amazing. So what I sold, you guys aren't going to be able to see it that well, but oh my gosh, my webcam. It's this random thing that I found was like a heat air leg massage, like therapy thing. So anyway, that's great. Let's go to the next sale on Depop. Okay, next up I sold this Christopher & Banks jumper. This was like a jumper dress. It had 3 little cats on it, which was basically the reason I picked it up. Some cute little paw prints here. It did sell for $40. It wasn't a size large. It was getting lots of attention, lots of interest. So definitely glad I picked it up. 2 little cats in the back too. People love their cat stuff. Okay, next up was a pair of Free People Movement shorts. If you watched one of my haul videos recently, you saw I just picked these up. These were new with tags. These were very trendy last year, but after I got home, I realized there was a new with tags Free People tag. There was also a Sierra Trading Post tag that was tagged at $12. So I did have to list them lower than I wanted to. That's okay. Sold them for $20, I think. I did boost these as well. So still happy with that sale. So I think right there it showed, or maybe I did sell them for $25. Okay. Maybe I sold them for $25. Okay. Next up was a pair of On Cloud shoes. These sold for $58. These are a pair of white On Cloud shoes. They were kind of dirty. I did end up soaking them in a tub with OxyClean, the powder kind, and Dawn dish soap, and they got pretty well cleaned. Okay, so right here, that's my listing price. I had them at $70. You can see in the first slide there, I'm looking at the neighbor's dog outside, that they sold for $58. Anyway, I did end up being able to get them really clean, really nice condition. On Clouds are still trendy. I don't know if they sell for quite as good as they used to, but in my opinion, still pretty good. Next up, we have a Lululemon shirt that sold for $37.67. This was boosted again. Okay, so this was boosted Swiftly texture. I found 3 of these on a new rack. It wasn't a size 12. You can find the size right inside the bottom hem on the Swiftly text. The logo was there at the top. Both of mine sold really quickly, and I did a model picture there at the bottom. So really great sale there on Depop. Next up, I sold these pair of Danskos. For some reason, Danskos sell good for me. Sold for $35.99. They were in a size 9. These are a pair of brown. I don't remember what Solstice clogs. So I just used Google Lens to figure that out. The normal like nursing clogs don't tend to do as good, but these other ones still sell pretty quickly. And like I said, maybe people are liking it for kind of like a boho style with the Danskos. I sold this Kate Spade purse. Did I already talk about this to you guys? Yeah. Okay, I think that's it. Actually, did I talk about those Danskos last week? Because it says 7 days ago. Guess it depended on when I sold them. So let's get out of Depop and go on to Mercari. Okay, we've got 6 in process on Mercari. I sold a Lands' End swimsuit for $24. So I am listing things lower like I talked about in my last video. This was size 20, so Lands' End and plus size can do better on swimsuits. It was a one-piece swimsuit, kind of a little like swim dress skirt style in the front. So since I sold it for $24, I'm getting paid $24. So that is fine with me. I am happy with that. I don't remember if I showed you the Storybook Knits cardigan. I feel like I might have. It says it's still in progress, but maybe just means they haven't rated me yet or it hasn't been enough time. If I didn't show you, sold it for $35. It was a vintage sweater. I've picked this up before, but I feel like it has to have some kind of interesting details for it to sell, and plus size does do better. Next up, I sold these Hoka men's shoes. These were a size 10. They were called the Aura Recovery slip-on shoes, whatever that means. I don't know what recovery shoes are. I just put like comfort, walking, athletic. These sold pretty quickly for $55. I think they cost me around $8 or $9 to ship. So pretty good profit on those. And then I sold this Lululemon sweatshirt. This was a women's size 4. It was a spell out crew neck, oversized sweatshirt. It has the spell out there at the bottom. Kind of can't see it with that sold. I did end up selling this for $36.45. Someone did ask me, would you take less for it? And I said no. I had it listed for $45. Didn't want to go any less, and they said okay, and then they went ahead and bought it. So you never know. It's still good to answer people's questions. Next up, we have these pair of Mother jeans. These were in a size 29. These are the black high-waisted looker stretch. This is a skinny pair of jeans. Mother jeans still sell in skinny, but some of their other styles tend to sell better than others. So these ones I did sell for $47.25. I just sold those this morning, so happy with that sale. And then the last sale I made on Mercari were these pair of Noble men's shoes. These were in a size 14, so they were a larger size, but I like selling this brand, athletic brand. I don't know if it's like a weightlifting or like running. Some of their shoes say that they're unisex, so I would look out for these. I usually sell them pretty decent, and last week I just sold a Noble sports bra on Mercari, so apparently this brand does good on Mercari. We will go on to Poshmark next. Okay, like I said, sales not as good as they were last week. That's okay. That is this business. Sometimes you have amazing weeks and then you have slower weeks, and it all evens out. So these Athleta shorts just sold this morning for $20, which is kind of what I expected them to sell at. They were the Cabo linen 4-inch shorts. These are 100% linen. Chambray linen shorts are selling really good for me right now. So happy with that sale. Next up, we have an Eileen Fisher sweater. This one went through a couple of markdown sales, obviously, because it only sold for $8. Probably, for one thing, it was a size extra small. So extra small in Eileen Fisher, it's got to be some pretty good material content in order to sell better. This was a cute drapey cardigan. Kind of looks like a sweatshirt material, but it is just like a tencel organic cotton. I don't know. It's just okay. I have been selling Eileen Fisher of extra small lately with linen, and that seems to be doing well. But for some reason that went through a few markdown sales, and yeah, $8 on that. American Eagle shorts, I can always sell these for around $20 around this time of year, only for a few months, and then it's going to start dying down. So this is the newer font you want to be on the lookout for. These were in a size 14, which also helped. They were the mom short. They were a little bit of a longer length, so I think that helped those sell good. Next up, we have a pair of Sorel sandals. The sell-through rate wasn't actually that great on this exact style, but I picked them up because I just had a good feeling that I should be able to sell them pretty decent since sandals are selling good for me right now. So really happy I did. They were called the Ella crisscross sandals, white and silver. They were flat. They had a little bit of like dirty marks right there, but I noted that in the listing. No big deal. Sold for my full asking price of $35. And then I sold these Best Made pants. I thought these were a pair of women's joggers, but apparently not. So men's in a size 2X. They're a pair of sweatpants. These were in the women's section, which is why I kind of thought that. But here's what it looks like. Apparently these are sold at Duluth Trading Company. I found that out when I think I just searched Best Made gray jogger pants. So that was a full price sale at $40 as well. We have a pair of Hoka shoes. I've been finding so many Hokas lately, so excited about that. These were a women's size 10. They were the Ahari 5 white and purple. I put these through my wash and they came out pretty clean, so I was happy with that. A little bit of wear, but you always want to look on running shoes, like the back inside of the heel, and then you want to look, which I'd like to take a picture of right there, to make sure that's not worn out, and then you want to look at the tread too to make sure there's still a good amount of tread left, and these ones did, so that was good. We have this brand Lychee, which I just sold recently in a blazer. It's made in Germany. New with tags. I think I got these pants from the same store that the blazer was at. Retails for a decent amount, but not much listed or sold on the resale market. So I listed mine at $50. Somebody offered me $35 within a couple of days, and I just went ahead and took that because I want to make money. Like I said, this week was a little bit of a slower sales week, so I am accepting a little bit lower offers when that happens. This is the brand Wool Hide. If you remember from one of my last hauls, I will link it if you guys didn't watch that one. It was really fun. We never did figure out if these shorts that are a little hole right here were dyed like this afterwards or if they were purchased like this, because when I did research online, I could not find anything with this dye. They sold really fast for $30. I was happy with that considering the hole and not knowing if that was the original wash. Next up, we have a pair of Judy Blue shorts. I just picked these up recently. They were in a size extra large. High-rise, distressed. I did put modest since they did have that longer inseam, and they sold really quickly for $28. I had them listed for $35, and my Prime lister sent out a 20% offer of $28. That information is down below if you're interested in using Prime lister. A great way for all of your automations on your Poshmark closet. I would highly recommend never doing all of that work for yourself. You can use that link and get a discount off your first month. Next up are these pair of Miu Miu shoes. These were a pair of women's, obviously. Why did I say that? Burgundy Velvet Bow Ballet Flats. This is a designer brand that sells fairly well. It depends on the piece. I got these at a consignment store for $25, and I quickly flipped them for $100. They did not have a size, so I did a measurement of this, and I compared this measurement with some other shoes that I had downstairs in my room where I have all my listings, and I figured out the size that way. So I guess that worked. Next up is a pair of Max Mara weekend pants. I got these a long time ago. Max Mara is expensive. Weekend is the diffusion line. I've had these for a really long time, and they did not sell good. So they're a pair of slim fit floral printed jeans. Printed jeans don't do that great for me anymore. I got them quite a while ago, trying them out, getting excited because it was Max Mara. But just because it's a designer brand doesn't mean you should always pick it up. Next up are these pair of Democracy jeans in a size 14. Still sell these. These ones I think I've had for the longest. When I was going through my listings to delete it off the other websites, it was at the very bottom. So these went through a couple markdown sales. These are a size 14. White Ab Technology stretch skinny jeans. I'm fine with that, selling with that, because most of mine are still selling for $20 to $30. Next up is a Baltic Born dress. This was in a size extra small. New with tags. In one of my recent hauls, I found a new with tags Baltic Born cardigan, so really excited about that. I have passed on some items from this brand, dresses that are not new with tags, because the comps don't seem to be as good. This one did sell for $40, so I am happy with that. Next up, we have a pair of Athleta pants in a size 0. This is the Brooklyn ankle pant, which I really like to sell. Maybe the size 0 made them sell a little bit lower. I did still have them listed at $35. That grid pattern's a little interesting as well. Solid print might do better, but I accepted an offer of $20 because I like to make money, which we hope you do too. We're not in the game of storing things forever to make $5 more. Next up was a new with tags Express shirt. I hardly ever get Express, but I was like, oh, this is cute with the sequins. I bought it in the late fall or winter thinking it would be good for New Year's. It never sold during New Year's. It finally sold now for $18, so that's okay with me. Next up, we have a Torrid jacket in a size 4X. This was new with tags. I am passing on a lot of Torrid these days because it just seems to be really oversaturated. I mean, I'm selling Catherine's shirts sometimes better than Torrid. So green military blazer, new with tags, sold for $25. And then I sold this Talbot's blazer in a size 14. This was a burgundy blazer, plus size linen blend. I was trying out some different Talbot's plus size items. I'm not picking up as much as I used to because it just doesn't sell that great. Size 14, $14. That's okay with me. It was an older item. I sold this Go Softly, I said softly, Go Softly patio dress. I've never heard of this brand. Okay, something's happening. I said something went wrong. I don't know if it's my internet or if it's the Poshmark site. So let me see if I can pull up this listing. It's thinking here, as we see on this little yellow line. So if this keeps doing this, I'm going to cut this out. Here it comes. I got it because I felt like it was very interesting and cute for summer. Very retro. I did put grandma core. It had these little ladybugs on it. And actually, I did look up comps for this brand, Go Softly patio dresses, and they had a pretty good sell-through rate. So, it says right here, other ones you might like. There's a couple other ones. So I guess maybe that's something to look out for. That's a new to me brand, and it sold within a couple of days. I sold this Eileen Fisher dress for only $6. That was a bad sale. I've had this forever. It was not that cute. It was a size medium black silk with this like layered look. So I don't know, maybe just not the best look. Sometimes I don't really have an explanation of why something sold so crappy, but obviously that wasn't that great. Okay. And that is it on Poshmark. I think I talked to you guys about that bundle last week. So let's go to eBay. Let me know down below in the comments how your sales have been this past week. Hopefully they are still doing good. You're selling some good spring, summer items. Okay, so first off, we have this Majestic Filatures shirt, which I'm hardly picking up anymore. I feel like it used to do better, and now it just isn't. It does seem to be kind of more of a linen. It is decently expensive, but for some reason, I just cannot sell it. That one was viscose, so we don't know why I picked it up. It sold for $15. No, it didn't. That's what I had it listed for. That was marked down from $30, as you can see, and it sold for, wow, let me get my life together. Sold for $10. Next was an IC by Connie K. Sold for $36. This was a new with tags top. This brand does seem to do a little bit better in the larger sizes, but I still wanted to pick it up since it was new with tags. It does pretty good for me. I don't know why it's not popping up that picture. Oh, there we go. It had a ruche detail on the side. My computer seems to be a little laggy, so we're going to hope that fixes it. Yeah, so I'm still happy with that sale. Again, new with tags, fine with me. Next up, we have a Duluth Trading skirt that I sold for only $9.50. Duluth Trading is, you have to be really particular with it. Not everything sells that good. These did have built-in shorts. The number on the top there is going to give you the style, so you need to be looking that up in the thrift store. I got this quite a while ago. Originally listed at $25, had it at 40% off sale with my markdown sale, and then I accepted an offer of $9.50. So not something I would recommend picking up. This was a Saks Fifth Avenue sweater that sold for $12. Why it sold for so little is because I got it home and I realized there was a hole, I think. It was a cashmere sweater, which should have been good, but here it is. It's a nice big hole in the armpit. So dumb by me that I did not look at the thrift store. I still made a couple dollars off of it. I still list my things with flaws unless they're really like not good or like not worth it. Next up was a Catherine's shirt in a size 3X. This only sold for $10. Catherine's anymore, I'm trying to look for beaded, more colorful items. This was just a basic black shirt in a size 3X, so not something that was that desirable. Probably shouldn't have picked it up. Next are some Nike shoes that I sold for $36. These were women's size 10, pink Court Royale, low-top sneakers, streetwear I put in. I think these were new and never worn. I was really hoping they would sell for more, but I have had them for quite a while. You can see I originally had them listed for $65. But like I said, I am not trying to hold on to things forever, so willing to get rid of it. I had 2 Vineyard Vines items that sold really fast, which is good. Vineyard Vines sells better in the summer for sure. This was in a size large. It was sold for $25. It was a pink striped, I said it was a Shep shirt, and Vineyard Vines, Martha Vineyard says right there. The logo, whale logo is in the top back. So I don't have as much luck with this brand as I used to, but like I said, sells better in the spring, summer. This one had some stains on it when I tried to wash it. They didn't come out. It sold for $9. I still doubled my money on this, so I guess that's okay. I really wish it would have. It was a performance shirt, so it did have a different kind of like feel to it. You can see some of these stains right here. They're like purple. So yeah, that was too bad, but whatever. I moved it out of my closet quickly, so I am happy about that. We have an Eileen Fisher tank top. I got this returned back to me this week, and I sold it in a day. I sold for $35. It was in a size 1X, and it was linen. So a great organic linen boxy tank top. I think that happened maybe 2 or 3 times this week where I got something returned and I sold it right away again for either the same amount or more money. Next up was a pair of Eileen Fisher pants in a size 2X. These were organic cotton. Sold for $25, had them listed for $35. The pants don't seem to sell as good for me as the sweaters and the tops, but I will still pick them up with certain fabric content and with certain sizes. This is a Mission Canyon kimono. Sold for $44. This got returned to me with a funny little handwritten note that said, no thank you. And so anyway, I relisted it and it sold really fast again. I don't really know this brand. I guess it's sold in Santa Barbara. I think it's like a boutique brand. But I found a bunch of it at a thrift store recently. Actually, I found it quite a few months ago, but it's been selling pretty good. Next up were these Cole Haan shoes that I sold for only $15. Cole Haan has not been selling as good for me as it used to, so I'm definitely trying to be more picky. They were a pair of white leather shoes with a leopard like fur detail. So since I've had them for a while, I did accept that lower offer because honestly, I did not want them anymore. This is a pair of Spanx pants. I just picked these up at a haul, at a thrift store in one of my recent hauls. I got 2 pairs of blue, 2 pairs of black. These ones sold for $45. They were called the Go With The Flow pants. They are a high-rise, wide leg pant. They do have a slimming short. Ellie, you need to calm down. It's just somebody walking, I think. Oh, it's a free dog. Uh-oh. That does tend to freak her out. Okay, sorry guys. Ellie sees a free dog that's off leash outside and she does not like that. So these Spanx sold for $45. These ones sold in like a day. So I was really happy about that. Hopefully the other 3 sell just as quickly. Ellie, I'm trying to record a video, so I really would like you to be quiet. Next up, we have this Cabana Life dress in a size medium. This was new with tags. This brand can do better. I think mine only sold for this much because it was missing the belt, which is kind of sad, and I didn't notice that till I got home. It does have built-in UPF, which people look for. You can see right there it said belted maxi dress, and mine was missing the belt, so very sad. Still glad to make a sale, but it could have sold for more if I had the belt, definitely. Next up was a Livy Active skirt that only sold for $10. I think this is sold at Maurice's or Lane Bryant. I can't remember. They're plus size. I got it probably last summer at this point. So I've had it for quite a while. It was originally listed at $25 and I accepted an offer of $10. Even though I had it listed for $17.50 with my 35% off sale, I was like, once things get past 6 months or 9 months, like I take almost any offer because I do not want to hold on to that anymore. This was a Torrid 5X blue plaid top that sold for $15. Sometimes the 4X, 5X can do better for me, but like I said, Torrid's been moving slower for me than normal lately, so I decided to accept an offer on that for $15. This was a really great sale. This is a brand Zyrina, I think that's how you say it. It sold for $75 with my 20% off coupon. Very, very fast sale, maybe in a couple of hours or maybe overnight. It was a cowl neck. It was 100% cotton. I put minimalist, quiet luxury, coastal, gauzy in my keywords. So really happy with that sale. Next up was a new with tags Eileen Fisher sweater that I sold for $50. This was in a size 1X. I love selling new with tags Eileen Fisher. As you can see, it retailed for $178. Retail means nothing on the resale market, sometimes I should say, because you have to look up what things are currently selling for. So organic linen, organic cotton blend, that was excellent. I'm still happy with that because I did not pay very much for that. I sold this Spanx shirt for $17. I did sell this before, got returned to me for fit, and so I just went ahead and relisted it. I don't think, obviously, the shirts are going to do as well as the shapewear, but it was getting a lot of interest, just didn't sell for that much. Next up was a flax shirt. This was another one that I sold within a return. The first time it only sold, I think, for $17 or $18. This time it sold for $35 with a 20% off coupon. I'm happy about that. Flax is a brand that will sell better in the spring, summer because most of the time it is linen. But it doesn't sell like as high as it used to, I don't feel like. But I don't know, still pretty good sale for me. Next up was this Bloomingdale sweater. This sold really quickly for $25. This is a size medium. I did put spring and colorful in there because I feel like usually sweaters are not selling as much in the spring, but I think if it was like more of a darker color, maybe it wouldn't have. So I'm happy that that one sold. Next up, we have an Anthropologie Pilcrow pair of navy floral corduroy pants. These were a high-rise flare. That's the newest Pilcrow tech right there. It kind of looks like it's cut off, but that's how it's meant to be. Cotton blend, really cute. Those sold pretty quickly for me, so I'm happy with that sale. This is also a fast sale. This Magi swimsuit sold for $50. Let me know how to say that if I'm saying it wrong. This was new with tags, the bikini. Both pieces were the same size. I have ran into an issue before where I pick something up and don't pay attention. And they're two different sizes, so I always have to debate if I should list them together or separate. Let me know what you guys do on different size two-piece swimwear. Next up was a new with tags Free People shirt. This was in a size extra large. It sold for $40. This was getting a lot of interest. Like I talked about before, Free People and Anthropologie in larger sizes do tend to sell better, so I am more willing to pick them up, rather if that was an extra small. We have a pair of Athleta pants in a size 6. These were the Nolita slim ankle tapered pants. Didn't sell as good as some of my other ones that I've had before. I did just accept that offer. I originally had them listed for $35. So some of the newer ones you can see right there, it says the style name, which is really nice and helpful. We have a soft surrounding shirt that sold for $10. I've had this for a while. I have really slowed down on soft surroundings. This was a size medium, mustard yellow, tencel. I just put modest, tunic, workwear, business. Yeah, not a great sale, but happy to move it out. This Eddie Bauer vest sold good for my full asking price with a 20% off coupon. Size medium. I do look for the down-filled puffer vests. They do seem to do better. Eddie Bauer, Land's End. I've sold a Talbot's one before. You do want to put that fill if it has like a fill number in your title because some people look for that. I think that's like maybe the warmth weight. Next up was a CP Shades shirt, if I can speak. This also sold for more money than it sold for the first time. $65 with a 20% off coupon. The first time it sold for $50. And again, it got returned for fit. So whatever, I don't care because I literally sold it for more money the second time. So thank you, I will take that great sale. We sold an Ivy Fisher tank top in a size large for $25. It looks like actually I had a good amount of sales here on eBay, so happy about that. Size large, organic cotton, basic, classic tank top. That's a great little bread and butter sale. We have this Nikitano, however you say that, extra large sweatshirt. I thought these sold for more. This only sold for $28, but when I looked up comps, they were selling around $25 to $35. So I'm like, why would I list it higher when that's what it's selling for? And guess what? It sold in a day. I've seen so many people that list their items way too high. I'm experiencing that when I'm looking for my own pants right now in the resale market. People have these Athleta jogger listed for $50, $60. Sold comps are $20 to $30. Like, it's so frustrating. And then when I try to send them a comp or like an offer of what they're selling for, they won't take it. Okay, have fun holding on to your item for a year. Okay, next up is a pair of Teo sandals sold for $32. This is the Comfort brand. This obviously, Teos does better for me in the spring, summer. They did have a little bit of wear, but I looked up the red sandals in this style. You can see the style number right there, the style name, the Journey sandal. And they sold pretty good. So I picked those up and that was a fairly quick sale. Next up, I sold this Talbot scarf. This was new with tags. I got quite a while ago for $1 at my local Goodwill. Sold for 20% off of $15. Nothing special. I probably would not get that again. It was virgin wool made in Italy though. So, I mean, it's probably good material. I sold another swimsuit by Land's End. This one, again, was a plus size. So like I said, those plus size swimsuits sell good from Land's End. One piece, black with a teal floral design. Next up, we have a vintage Candy Jones dress. This was a dress I found. It reminded me of the Gunny Sacks dresses, which is why I picked it up. It sold for $60. And I looked up comps on this brand, and they were actually pretty good. Here's what the tag looks like. I'm guessing maybe from the 70s or 60s. I don't know. I'm not good with vintage. If you know how to date that tag, let me know in the comments. Next up was a cabbie tank top. This sold really fast in a size extra large. Someone sent me an offer of $18. I had it listed for $25. Since I just picked it up and I just listed it, I went ahead and accepted that offer and made a nice quick sale. We have these Lululemon pants in a size 6. These sold for $36. These were called the Dance Studio Jogger, high-rise, workout, running, really cute pair of pants. So I was glad to move those out of my closet or my store. We have an Eileen Fisher tank top, again in a size small. This one sold for $20. It was green, lightweight. I did put spring, summer in my title, and it was 100% linen. So definitely helped that sell fairly quickly. Next up was a Desigual dress. This is a brand that is actually decently expensive, but it doesn't resell that well. I picked up the dress because I was looking for dresses, skirts, shorts, things like that for my closet. It did sell probably in a couple of months, so that's fine with me. Pretty good sale. We have another Eileen Fisher item that sold for $18. This one was in a size large, organic cotton V-neck top. If it was linen, I possibly could have sold it for a little bit more, but I'm okay with that just being cotton. Next up was a Torrid shirt that sold for $11. Like I said, Torrid's moving slowly, so accepting lower offers. This sold for, it sold for $11. It wasn't a size 5X. And then I sold these Allen Edmonds shoes for $50. So Allen Edmonds can be great. I have noticed this certain style, the Park Avenue, seems to do better than some of the other ones. So it'll say it right down there. As you can see, it tells you the style. So super easy to find out. Not all Allen Edmonds sell this good. So look up that exact style before you guys decide to pick it up. Here's a Johnny Was cardigan that I've already sold. I'm pretty sure it sold for the same price again. Johnny Was Baya. This sold for $90 the first time, and then it sold for $90 again in like a day. So we're going to hope it sticks this time. Hopefully she looks at the measurements and everything pans out. I sold these Adriano Goldschmied jeans for $10. These were a size 27, the blue ballad boot cut. Adriano Goldschmied does not sell that good for me anymore, except for very few rare styles. So I went ahead and accepted that lower offer to move it out. A soft surrounding shirt in a size medium. This sold for $20. Nothing special, just a teal V-neck basic top. Next up was an Eileen Fisher dress. This sold for $30. This was a size medium, silk, relaxed, kind of midi style, very loose fitting. I possibly could have got more for this, but I was kind of a little slow on sales these couple of days, so I did take a lower offer. Did I show you guys this stuff? It says they sold on April 7th, and last Friday was April 5th, so I couldn't have, but I feel like I did. If this is like double familiar, I'm really sorry. Okay, let's just keep going because I don't think it was. Okay, maybe I just was thinking of when I was shipping them. Eileen Fisher jacket sold for $40. This was a women's size 1X. It was a organic cotton hemp blend. And yeah, plus size Eileen Fisher does great. Next up, we have a Vince shirt that sold for $28. Vince I will pick up in larger sizes with good material. This one was 100% silk, and it wasn't a cream color, very lightweight sheer. So happy about that. Next up, we have a Talbot's velvet blazer that sold for $28. They did use a 20% off coupon, so they got it a little bit cheaper. Usually velvet is not selling very good in the spring summer coast. A little surprised about that, but happy that I made that sale. We have an exclusively Masuk cardigan. This was in a size 1X. This sold for $45. This did have this embellished rhinestone bow detail. I love picking up Masuk and Ming Wang in the plus sizes. They do sell better for me than the smaller sizes. Let's see page 2 if we have anything else past April 5th. Okay, we do. So we have a soft surroundings floral tunic that sold for $12. Again, moving slow. So taking basically any offer because I don't really want these items in my closet anymore if they're not trending and doing well. Next up, I sold this Eileen Fisher shirt in a size 1X. This was organic cotton, navy blue. This also got returned to me recently. I relisted it. It sold again quickly. Happy about that. Next up was this Gucci clutch. This was a vintage, I think, clutch. I got this from a ThredUp designer box that I filmed and lost footage. Sadly, I don't think I showed this to you. It is showing that it was sold on April 5th, but maybe I sold it after I did my video last week. So I did list it a little bit lower because there was some wear in the corners. You can see in both of those spots, and when you opened it up, you could definitely see those spots like this. So I did list it lower, but it still sold fairly quickly within a few weeks, so definitely happy about that. I think I showed you the Ed Hardy shirt, so I think that's it for my sales here. That is it for my weekly sales. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, let me know down below in the comments how your sales have been this week, and I will see you on Sunday with another video. Probably gonna go out thrifting today, so I will bring you guys along with me for that. Excited to see what I can find. Bye.